Hello and welcome everyone. I hope you can hear me. I have done a little bit adjustment of the volumes so that you can hopefully hear me, but not hear too much of the noise outside. We have some children who might be excited outside here. So maybe if someone can type in the chat if you can hear me okay. Okay, very good. So for tonight's meditation, we will focus on the Centerheart, and we will read a special mantra or prayer, which is known as the Kavach of the Devi. So Kavach, it means shield. So this is, or armor. So we can say we are putting on the armor or the shield of the goddess, the Devi. And this is specifically to strengthen the goddess in our center heart, the Jagadamba. And while we say this prayer, we go through every part of our body and we ask for protection. It's very powerful. And traditionally, this is narrated during the festival of Navaratri, but also as Sahaja yogis, it's very nice to say this anytime we feel that we need to strengthen ourselves. And in this kind of the dark season of the year, when there is a lot of viruses and things like that going on, it's always a good idea to strengthen ourselves. So I hope you will enjoy, and we can start the meditation by raising our Kundalini and making bandha. Let's begin by putting both our hands on the earth. And we can take some deep breaths. And we allow all the stress and the worries to just go down through our body, through our hands, down into Mother Earth. Mother Earth, please absorb all imbalances within us. Please absorb all obstacles for our meditation and ascent. We just allow ourselves to become more and more present in this moment. All the thoughts of the past and the future, we surrender. We can put up the left hand, rest it in the knee, and we can take the mantra to Sri Ganesha. Om Swami Sakshat Sri Ganesha Sakshat Sri Adi Shakti Mataji Sri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Mother Earth, please absorb all imbalances in our Muladhara chakra. And please bless us with the qualities of Shri Ganesha. You can put both the hands resting in the lap. And put attention in our central channels. And we can take the mantra to Sri Ganesha Gauri Kundalini Mata. Om Tvameva Sakshat Sri Ganesha Gauri Kundalini Mata Sakshat Sri Adi Shakti Mataji Sri Nirmala Devi Namaha. Now we can put the right hand on our heart, on the center heart. And we can invite Sri Mataji in our heart, and our Kundalini in our heart. Mother, please come into our hearts and open our hearts. Please come into our hearts with all your powers and all your weapons of fighting all kinds of negative forces and all imbalances within us. And with complete attention in our center heart, we can take the mantra Shri Jagadamba Durga Mata. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Jagadamba Durga Mata Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Now we can use our right hand and we can raise the Kundalini a few times in the central channel from our Muladhara chakra to the Sahasrara chakra on top of the head. And we can listen to this Kavach of the Devi. Our Guru is the Great Mother. All her Shakti and Yogini aspects are available for her children. By reading the Kavach of the Devi, we mobilize these powers to purify and enlighten our koshas, the mental, emotional, and physical bodies. Thus, by the power of the Guru Mata, the Atma becomes the Guru of the body. May the wisdom and compassion of our Satguru flow through us and reach the four quarters of the earth. Here begins the Chandikavach. Om Shri Ganeshaya Namaha, Shri Saraswatyai Namaha, Shri Gurubhyo Namaha, Shri Kula Devataye Namaha, Avignamastu, Om Narayanaya Namaha, Om Naranarottamaya Namaha, Om Saraswati Devyai Namaha, Shri Vedavyasaya Namaha. Now the main part of the Devi Kavach. The presiding sage of Sri Chandi Kavach is Brahma. The meter is Anushtup. The presiding deity is Chamunda. The main seed is Anganyasokta Matar. The principal is Digbanda Devata. It is recited as part of the Saptashati, the 700 verses in praise of Sri Durga, to please Sri Jagadamba. Om, obeisance to Chandika. Thus spoke Markandeya. Om, O Brahmadeva, please tell me that which is very secret and has not been told to anybody, and which protects all beings in this world in every way. Sri Brahmadeva said, O Brahmin, that which is most secret, auspicious, and benevolent to all beings is the Kavach of the Devi. Please listen to that, O great sage. First, Shailaputri, the daughter of the mountain. Second, Brahmacharini, the one who observes the state of celibacy. Third, Chandraghanta, adorned with the moon as her bell. Fourth, Kushmanda, the one whose void contains the universe. Fifth, Skandamata, the mother of Sri Kartikeya. Sixth, Katyayani, the foster daughter of sage Katyayana. Seventh, Kalaratri, the dark night of dissolution. Eighth, Mahagauri, the Adi Kundalini. Ninth, Siddhidatri, the bestower of special divine powers. Durga is known by these 9 names, as told by the great soul Brahmadeva himself. Those who are engulfed by fire or surrounded by enemies on the battlefield, or being at an impossible place or frightened, if they surrender, they would never suffer any misery or misfortune, even at the time of war. They would face no calamity, grief, sorrow, or fear. Those who remember you with great devotion indeed have prosperity. Undoubtedly, O Supreme Goddess, you protect those who remember you. The goddess Chamunda sits on a corpse. Varahi rides on a buffalo. Aindri is mounted on an elephant, and Vaishnavi on Garuda. Maheshwari is riding on a bull. The vehicle of Kaumari is a peacock. Lakshmi, the beloved of Sri Vishnu, is seated on a lotus and is also holding a lotus in her hand. The goddess Ishwari, of white complexion, is riding on a bull. Brahmi, who is bedecked with all ornaments, is seated on a swan. All the mother goddesses are endowed with yoga and are adorned with different ornaments and jewels. All the goddesses are seen mounted in chariots and are full of anger. They are wielding conch, discus, mace, plow, club, javelin, axe, noose, barbed dart, halter, whip, trident, spear, bow and arrows. These goddesses are wielding their weapons constantly to destroy the bodies of demons, for the protection of devotees and for the benevolence of the gods. Salutations to you, O goddess, of very dreadful appearance, of frightening valor, of tremendous strength and energy, the destroyer of the worst of fears. O Devi, it is difficult to have even a glance at you. You increase the fears of your enemies. Please protect us. May Goddess Aindri protect us from the east, Agni Devata from the southeast, Varahi from the south, Khadgadarini from the southwest, Varuni from the west, Mrigavahini from the northwest. May Goddess Kaumari protect us from the north, and Goddess Shuladarini from the northeast. So now while we are reading this prayer, we can keep attention on the parts that we are asking for protection. Brahmani from above and Vaishnavi from below. O Goddess Chamunda, who sits on a corpse, please protect us from all the 10 directions. May Goddess Jaya protect us from the front and Vijaya from the rear, Ajita from the left and Aparajita from the right. May Goddess Udjotini protect the top knot, and may Uma cover our heads and protect them. May we be protected by Maladhari on the forehead, Yashashvini on the eyebrows, Trinetra on the Hamsa, Yamaganta on the inner part of the nose, Shankini on both the eyes, Dwaravasini on the ears. May Kalika protect our cheeks, and Shankari, the roots of the ears. May we be protected by Sugandha on the nose, Charchika, the upper lip, Amrutakala, the lower lip, Saraswati, the tongue, Kaumari, the teeth, Chandika, the throat, Chitraganta, the sound box, Mahamaya, the crown of the head, Kamakshi, the chin, Sarvamangala, speech, Bhadrakali, the neck, Dhanurdari, the spine. May Nilagriva protect the outer part of the throat, and Nalakubari, the windpipe. May Kadgani protect the shoulders, and Vajradharini protect the arms. May Devi Dandini protect both the hands, Ambika, the fingers, Chuleshwari, the nails, and may Kuleshwari protect the belly. May we be protected by Mahadevi, the breast, Shoka Vinashini, the mind, Lalita Devi, the heart, Shuladharini, the stomach, Kamini, the nabhi, Guyeshwari, the hidden parts, Putana Kamika, the reproductive organs, Mahisha Vahini, the rectum. May Goddess Bhagavati protect the waist, Vindhyavasini, the knees, the wish-fulfilling Mahabala protect the thighs. May Narasimhi protect the ankles. May Tejasi protect the feet. Sri Devi protect the toes. May Talavasini protect the soles of the feet. May Downstra Karali protect the nails. Urdhva Keshini, the hair. Kauberi, the pores. Vagishwari, the skin. May Goddess Parvati protect blood, marrow of the bones, fat and bone. Goddess Kalaratri, the intestines. Mukuteshwari, bile and liver. May Padmavati protect the chakras. Chudamani, phlegm and lungs. Jwalamukhi, luster of the nails. And Abhedya, all the joints. Brahmani, semen. Chatreshwari, the shadow of the body. Dharma Dharini, ego, superego, and intellect. Vajrahasta, prana, apana, vyana, udana, samana, the 5 vital breaths. Kalyana Shobhana, prana, the life force. May Yogini protect the sense organs, that is the faculties of tasting, seeing, smelling, hearing, and touching. May Narayani protect Sattva, Raja, and Tamu gunas. Varahi, life. Vaishnavi, dharma. Lakshmi, success and fame. Chakrini, wealth and knowledge. Indrani, relatives. Chandika, cattle. Mahalakshmi, children. And Bhairavi, spouse. Supata may protect our journey and Kshimakari, our way. Mahalakshmi may protect us in the king's courts and all official places, and Vijaya everywhere. O Goddess Jayanti, any place that has not been mentioned in the Kavach and has thus remained unprotected, may that be protected by you, the destroyer of sins. One should invariably cover oneself with this Kavach wherever one goes, and should not walk even a step without it if one desires auspiciousness. Then one is successful everywhere, in all things. All one's desires are surely fulfilled, and that person enjoys great prosperity on the earth. The person who covers himself with Kavach becomes fearless, is never defeated in battle, and becomes worthy of being worshipped in the three worlds. This Devi Kavach is inaccessible even to the gods. One who reads with faith every day thrice, receives the divine arts, is undefeated in the three worlds, lives for 100 years and is free from accidental death. All diseases like boils, scars, etc. are destroyed. Movable and immovable poisons cannot affect him. All those who cast magical spells by mantras or yantras on others for evil purposes, all negative forces active in water or in the air, all kinds of bhoots roaming about the earth, all those who mesmerize others, all yakshas and gandharvas, all negative entities, all demons and evil forces are destroyed just by the sight of the person having Kavach in his heart. Whoever reads the Kavach with devotion, his dignity and prosperity increases. That person receives more and more respect and prowess. On the earth, he rises in prosperity and fame by reading the Kavach and by meditating on Sri Chandi. His progeny would thrive as long as the earth is rich with mountains and forests. By the grace of Mahamaya, he would attain the highest state, which is extremely difficult even for the gods, and be eternally blissful in the company of Lord Shiva. Om. Thus the Devi Kavach reaches its fulfillment. Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Sri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. We can now play the video of Sri Mataji talking about the Centerheart, and we can absorb it in meditation.
The chakra of the goddess lies behind the sternum bone in the spinal cord. This chakra is placed above the Bhavasagara, above the void, as we call it in Sahaja. And the bridge that has to be crossed by the bhaktas, by the seekers, is guarded by her. She is the one, she helps her children to come through that passage when there are negative forces trying to attack on a seeker. This chakra is placed at the back of the sternum bone, as I told you. In childhood, The antibodies are formed in the sternum bone. They are the warriors or the Sainikas of the Devi. Until the age of 12 years, they grow and multiply, and ultimately they all get distributed all over the body. And a human being is made able to face any outside invasion on him. These antibodies know how to fight. They are extremely confident and they know who are their enemies. They have all these messages built in themselves. So when the anti-God element enters into the being through any process, say through food, through words, through action, through devilish people, or black magic, these antibodies combine together, collectively fight the invaders. Those who do not have their central heart properly developed suffer from tremendous insecurity all their lives. When they are children, you try to control them by frightening. These children later on become extremely insecure. They are afraid of darkness, they are afraid of night, some of them are afraid of everything. Because the antibodies that are built in the body are not sufficient in number. And being this center so weak, the person feels extremely insecure. Later on in life, when the child goes to the school or he tries to work, out something for the future, then also his confidence can be shaken by parents, teachers, and outside people. So it is very important to understand children who are growing. In the West, they analyze everything and try to put human beings into compartments. First, the child is a child according to them. Child has no innocence and is extremely selfish. Second part is adolescence, which they think is a very arbitrary, moody stuff. In India, we do not know that there is something like adolescence. Now these adolescent people form a group and they start criticizing or making fun of all the elders. At a very young age it starts. First they make fun of the teachers, then of the parents, then of all the people who are senior to them. They start becoming extremely active in their brains because they see too many televisions and things like that. And then they start behaving at a very young age in such a violent ways that one cannot imagine. I used to live about 25 miles away from London. And every time I would go to London, I would find some children doing some sort of a mischief somewhere. But one day some of them entered into my compartment. And they started pulling out all the covers, thrusting their knives into the seats, opening out all the upholstery. I was just sitting and watching. So I said, "Now are you tired? Please sit down. What's the problem?" They said, "We are all very angry." I said, "For what? Why are you angry?" I said, "We are just angry." I said, "But you have to be angry for something." They were children going to good schools, definitely wearing very good clothes. And then I had to, when the train stopped, I called the ticket collector and told him that these boys have been doing all this hooliganism in the compartment and you better look at it. And he came in and he said, "This is a common thing." And then somehow or other he took them out. But the only thing I felt about them is that all of them had their Centerheart catching. On the Kundalini, they are catching their Centerheart. But when they saw me, they sat down. They were quiet. They listened to me. I settled their Centerheart. And most of them said, "We are angry with our mother." Why? Because our brothers are angry. But why your brothers are angry? Then I discovered that Freud has given these funny ideas against the mother. Mother itself, can you imagine? What an anti-God activity it is. To an India, mother is the primal thing. In India. Because his sense of security lies in the mother. Even if the father is hot-tempered, is angry, still they depend on the mother. Because mother knows when to get angry and when not to get angry. She has the discrimination. And she is the one who protects them. The idea of mother is completely blasted in the West. And this is the reason why the children of that country feel so insecure, and when they grow, they are extremely insecure. You won't believe that all the time they are polishing their brass, cleaning their house, but not even a rat enters their houses. And if they have to talk to someone, they'll make a person stand outside and talk from inside, especially in London. Because they're literally frightened. Nobody will believe the British who ruled us are such frightened people. But they are. They are frightened of each other, they're frightened of themselves. The reason is the center heart is absolutely weak. I've told you the first reason, the family insecurities. The child does not know when he comes back from school whether his mother would be there or she would be gone. They don't have mothers who can bear a lot from the husbands and smile and show no signs of their agony to their children. But the mothers in that country, I've seen, always try to use their children from all kinds of emotional blackmail, you can call it. They try to torture the child by telling all the things the husband is doing to them and whatever is the problem they are facing with the husbands. So the child is not secured by the mother, but on the contrary, child starts giving security to mother there. At a very young age it starts, and the child becomes extremely negative and left-sided. He feels that he is born in a place full of hatred, insecurity and fear. When the bhaktas are born in those countries, they are also the same way. Because they think if they have to go to a guru, the guru, as known so far, tortures them or extracts all the money, takes their pariksha, tests, and he sometimes leaves them high and dry on the streets. But in our country, the goddess has taken incarnation many a times. Thousands times she has taken here her birth. Whenever the bhaktas called her, when they are pestered by the negative forces, she came on this earth to save them.
We can sit in silent meditation for a few minutes. To conclude the meditation, we can keep our attention in the Sahasrara, and we can sing the 3 great mantras together. Tvameva sakshat Shri Mahalakshmi Mahasaraswati Mahakali Trigunatmika Kundalini Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Tvameva sakshat Shri Kalki sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Tvameva sakshat Shri Kalki sakshat Shri Sahasrara Swamini Moksha Pradayini Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. You can sit in meditation for 2 more minutes and attention on the vibrations and the Sahasrara. we can collectively raise our kundalinis and take pandan. So that will conclude the meditation for this evening. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will try to send maybe to the WhatsApp group a PDF of the Devi Kavach. So if you want to read this in your own meditation, you could do that as